and welcome back to the channel. Well, as you've seen, the car got shot in the shop. Dad come in here and he shot it. Everything's been water sanded down now. Usually when I water sand a car, I'll go over with 1,000, I'll go up to 2,000, 3,000, and 5,000 Trizact. And I'll use a DA sander and go over that Trizact paper. Well, today, everything's been shined down, everything's been wiped, so we're ready to use the 3 stages of compound. Of course, your first stage is always going to be rubbing compound. There's several you can go with. The 3M, usually a pretty good brand to go by. And you have the stage 1, rubbing compound. Stage 2, we have machine polish. And stage 3 is the ultra fine machine polish. Now compound will tend to leave swirls. So when you're in the sunlight, sun hits the side of your panel, you'll see a swirl. That's because they didn't go over with a finer pad and a finer glaze, which is going to be this right here. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the first pad. I have 3 different pads. First pad is going to be the compound, second stage, and third stage. So set these right out of the way. What I like to do is take this and put a few little squirts there on my pad. And then what I like to do is take this and just sit it on the panel like that. And this right here, this is a Hercules gun, and I can control it by the finger trigger and not worry about having to adjust my settings in the back. Another thing is to be sure that you keep away from all your edges whenever you're buffing your car, especially using that compound, because you don't want to burn through your paint, have to repaint your panel. Now what we're doing is wiping off all of the residue from the rubbing compound, because when we switch to a finer pad and a finer grit of buffing material, we don't want any of the rougher compound to be on the car's panel. We want it to all be coming off so we can put the thinner compound on and get a more slick glaze. Okay, now at this stage, some people would just leave it alone and say it's shiny, it's good enough. But once you get it out in the sunlight, the sun hits it, you're going to see those swirl marks, because compound is more of a heavier material. And that's what cuts out that clear, cuts down into it, and brings you that polish. But now, to get some of the swirl marks out, we'll use stage 2 of the 3M compound, a different buff pad, and get this thing shining even more. Okay, here's step number 2. And just like before, that was step 2. Now what we're going to be running into is changing our buff pad and going to the ultra fine machine polish. Now that's what's going to go over everything and get those swirls that may still be in it and run them out. So this right here is going to be a finer pad, a finer polish, and it will be the last step before getting your microfiber, your detailer, and just wiping all the wax residue off, and then it's going to have that show shine. Now we've changed our pad out. We've done step 1, done step 2. Now we're on our blue. That's our finest pad on our egg carton pad, and we have the ultra fine machine polish. That's 3. So just like before, I'm going to just put it all on my pad like that right there, and just put it in several places. And this is one where you want to get your speed up, so you want to run your speed a little bit higher and get all those swirl marks out of your panel. Okay, now what we're gonna do is go ahead and wipe the panel off, and you can shoot some detailer spray on it, go ahead and get the rest of that haze off, and you can go over by hand and wax it by hand just to finish it out. This right here is the last step. This cloth here has a little bit of water on it, it's damp, so it should pick up a lot of that compound that's still on the panel and get it wiped off fairly well before we go over with our dry rack. Here's a dry microfiber. I'll be going over with this one just to finish up getting all the haze off the panel. You'll notice that whenever I've done this, I've done it in a small section. Nothing too large. That gives me the chance to focus on this panel, get this panel hot, and not have it cool off whenever I move further back. Alright, so now we have a real nice mirror looking finish. The paint's slick. Now, time to go to the next panel. But until next time, guys, that's going to be it for the video. I just wanted to do a short video on those 3 steps of getting this thing buffed and just a small little section of the quarter panel. But until next time, I'll catch you on the next video.